Oh, set. There we go. Minimized. Accidentally. Oops. Hello, and welcome back to a live stream on Minecraft Renewed. Programming it, of course. I am currently trying to work on an algorithm for the tile management inside of the texture atlas. And let's see, where can I find an example of what it looks like in vanilla? Is there paint here? This is a good example. So this is what it looks like right now if you were to do the algorithm choice that I want, which is to repeat the texture 32 times. Only problem is, of course, you see it chooses these diagonal lines to swap between horizontal and vertical, and of course it collides at this like weird inflection sort of. I don't understand fully what's going on here, and that's not really the point. The whole point is to create a new algorithm that works the way I need it to. So how do we do that exactly is the question. Not sure precisely, to be honest, because it's part of it's a little bit confusing if I go up here. For example, I have not added this parameter, but it's not used yet. It's not passed in yet, because I don't understand fully what this allocate slot thing means. Besides, or this part is the set holder. It seems like this is for like animations, perhaps. Like if textures actually have the same slot. I don't know, but anyway. Oh, we'll see what happens, you know? See how much chaos ensues and how much I have to change it. So, the algorithm idea, how can I even draw this? Is going to be kind of weird. So, I can't really show paint on that, can I? But let's see if I can. Okay, so let me resize this image to start off with, and then I'll switch to it. So, let me close. Actually, I'll leave that open. And let me open OBS and get the source. Hey, that's what I wanted. Okay, so let me not maximize it because that will make it very difficult for me to do this. Okay, so essentially what we want to do. Oh wait, let's see, transition, there we go. Is have it so if I were to fill in, for example, this is just simple because I just want to get a point across. Let's say we have, actually, let's try, like, start at 64 by 60. Okay, the whole idea is that it starts with the first run of, well, the first thing it's going to do is the missing texture, usually. But let's just say, which I believe is 64, so 64 times 32, which would be, okay, it actually would be, okay. Let's resize this to 2048. Just because we need it to be that way. So, essentially what we need to do is, looks like it's windy outside. We essentially need to create an algorithm that can, let's say this is the missing texture, right? This is it just goes down in the first line and it fills up this whole space. Then what we want to do is we want to start back up the top here and then repeat the same process. Let me put on the grid. Let's say that this texture is, because let's just say they're all 16 by 16 after that point. Fair enough. So then that would be, then be times 32. Actually, I don't know what the multiplication is, but 512. Okay, so that'd be 1/4 of this. Nope, I don't want that. So we're gonna size 32. Make that like blue. I don't know. So then that would be a run of size 16. And then we will continue this process downward until we hit the bottom. So here's I guess I can go ahead and do like a checkerboard pattern to make sure, because I don't want to use like too many colors. I know this looks hideous, but it's kind of like, it's just a draft of what the concept might look like. Do right there. Okay. And then that color. Okay, now I'm going to copy paste the color. And let's just assume that, for this one at least, just to demo it, all of the ones in this column happen to be the same texture size, right? That's not what I wanted. Okay, can I move it, please? Thank you. Okay, so then let's just say they're like that, and then of course they hit the bottom. Now what they do is we then go back up to the top, and we would, let's actually make it to where it's checkerboarded properly, so like this. Let's take it from here, and then just to hopefully keep that proper. So let's just say that they are, you know, this happens to be of equal size. Actually, for the example we need this to really not be of equal size. So let's say on the second row that there's a texture that instead of being 16, it's like 32 by 32, because, you know, why not? That would be, I need to get, okay, half that color. We would then fill in, for example, let's say, yeah, 32 by 32, so then that would be, let's say 32 minus 32 would be 1024, so yeah, precisely half. And so then it would fill in here, like this, and do it all the way down to the bottom. And then I'll make this like a special color like red. But it's easy, it's not red, it's a really annoying red. No, that's even worse. We'll make it like that. So then we have this weird, wait, are you kidding me? Oh, because I didn't do overwrite. I need to fill that in. So let's say that then there's this weird jagged texture edge right here. We would essentially, in the algorithm, need to keep track of the right edge of each of the textures and see what the maximum edge of that is. In order to ensure that we don't end up hitting that texture on the way down the next time. So, and it's really easy to figure what that is. Well, I believe the holder can tell us what it is. So, if, and also we need to keep track of, so there's a, yeah, then we would, let's just demo it, I guess, for another line. Let's say that the next line has, just a normal another line where everything's the same size. Just, you know, for simplicity's sake. What I wanted, can I please move it? There we go. So, say the next line is like this, and it renders properly. It's, you know, going back up the top, like that. Okay. So, it would then, of course, need to go back at the top, but also ignore this entire row, because, of course, we can't be certain that it won't collide with that. I mean, that's just unfortunate. I mean, I don't know what to do about that. I mean, the Minecraft algorithm is certainly more efficient in that regard, in that it can determine that. We could use, we could use some advanced math to try to fill in the space. Though I don't know if it's really worth it, considering most textures are going to be of the same size, and maybe there's just like one or two that are separate, and we don't want to break everything, so that people can test their texture packs, basically. And also, you know, so people don't have to fill in every single texture. So that's, yeah, that's so nice. But if we wanted to do that, the way that we do it is that we would, actually, could we even do that? I don't think so. No, I don't think we can. Yeah, I don't think it can, because if you assume that any of the rectangles can be of a different texture size inside of this column, and that we're assuming that the boundary is going to be at the maximum, we cannot, there's not enough information to determine how we could then execute this, even though in this special situation, yes, there is a perfect 16 by 64, 16 by, that's like 512, or not 512, 1024 space that we could fit 2 more runs. It's just we don't have that information to do it. So, well, it's what it is, you know. So I guess we're gonna have to leave it blank, right? We can't do anything with this information. Make sure. And okay. Wait, damn it! Tap down. Need that. Oh, not that. Well, I'll have to minimize this for now. You guys can look at it. Okay, so the next thing would be what happens if the texture fills up? And I guess the way we're gonna do this is we're just gonna, you know, because like on the first go around, it's gonna be relatively simple because at least in as it corresponds to these sorts of things. So can I just like rotate this? Shift rotate. Wait, how do I rotate? Control shift? Oh, there we go, shift. There we go. Need to flip it without messing up all the pixels. Alright, so let's say that that happens, right, like that. Even though it wouldn't actually happen like that, it would... oh my god. Move this over. And fill this in with white. Alright, so 0%, and we're gonna fill it with white. There we go. Oh no, I want it. Can we not? Anti-aliasing? Thank you. Paste again, enable that. Okay, so then yeah, that's how it would turn out. And now let's just say like it copy paste like this, you know? just for, you know, simplicity, I guess. We're gonna fill the entire rectangle. Now what way to do? Okay. Okay. Same process. Oh, I think it's like this one. Do I actually get that pixel back? Alright, so then fill this in. Or copy paste this and fill in the next section. I'm just gonna increase by double each time just to save me some time. We're just gonna assume that, you know, this pattern kind of sort of repeats, so we don't have to deal with this. Is there a gap or what the bruh? There we go. It's like, what is it doing? Okay, and now we fill this in. Just double it again. Okay, here. Okay. Oh my. Oh, it's angled? Oh, thank you. How kind of you for angling automatic. There we go. Alright, so let's say we fill up our entire texture. I know this looks hideous, but let's say we fill our entire texture, right? How do we expand this? Well, obviously we need to go to the next power of 2, so I think the next one is maybe 4096. So let's say we then expand to the next power of 2. What do we do next? So let's go ahead and expand right now. 4096 is the next one. Come on, there we go. From the left corner, of course. Now we have double the space. Or actually, we have 4 times the space. The previous. So, now the reason, by the way, in case you're wondering, the reason why we have to expand and we can't just fill up the texture of maximum size is because if we were to do that, then decimal precision would get really bad, because the way that OpenGL handles textures is like 0, 0 is this, and then 1.0 is like the bottom here. Like 0, 1.0 would be this pixel right here. It's nuts. So, yay. So let's say what happens now. We filled up our texture of initial size. How do we handle this? Because we obviously have two different sections. We have just keep going forward, and we have this new section down here. How would that work? Well, I think we should at least write down what we have right now, right? So, I guess we need to describe like the modes, because obviously there's two different modes that are going to have to occur right now. Because the way that the algorithm worked initially, if you remember, whenever it was still capped by this the first time, is that the oh, you guys can't even see that. Okay, let me I need that open, so I'm gonna put it over here. And I'll put this over here as well. With the history, I don't care about that. So if you imagine right back when we were before, with I'm gonna select the section, so you can just visualize that. There we go. Anyway, I'll just leave it like this. So when it was back like this, we just kept on going down, and we hit the bottom, and then we're like, okay, let's go back to the top. And we kept on doing that over and over and over and over and over again. But we hit the side here, and we had to expand, right? Expanded this direction down into the right. So now we have, looks like we could place 4 carbon copies of the exact same thing. But how do we do that exactly? Well, how exactly does that work? My idea for this would be, is that we first start off by just keep going right. However, what we need to do is we need to make sure that it doesn't go farther down, because if we were to assume that it would keep cascading downward like this, even though I guess we could, we would then fill in this space, and, fill in this corner, and then that would collide whenever we want to fill in this, and we can keep going this way, unless we can remember. Basically, we have a choice here. Either we keep going right, and we let it drop down like this, you know, the way you can see my cursor, okay, where it just keeps on going down, and it ends right here per run, and it just keeps on doing this over and over again. And then once it hits the side, it comes back over here, and then it does the exact same thing, but except for to the current height, and then hits here. It actually seems the simplest solution. Why does it seem the simplest solution? Because we only need to check the old current height once, which would be, the old current width, I guess, because we don't want to go past this barrier if it's going down like this. Or what we do is we have it to where this is constantly checking like this, and if it hits the bottom here, it stops, and it goes back at the top until it hits the edge right here, and then it would then go back over here, where it would have to stay below the old current height and just replicating until it hits the edge. It seems like regardless we're bounded in some fundamental way by this old current height, so I don't actually know if it's any different. Like, I think the operations are the same, just they look a little bit different. But essentially what we need to do, of course, let me just I guess we'll do simplicity, why not? Let's just say that we fill in this exact same space, like the exact same way. We would then want to, right, once we have that, we would then want to once we hit here, set the corner to start at for to be right here, which would be the old max height, the old max width, I guess, because it's the width and height the same, and it's the height to that, and then I guess I'll simplify by saying the old max dimension. We'll set that to be the height position, because we're thinking height as in distance from the origin, top left corner, just for reference, because that's how it works in the texture stitcher. And then we would just keep doing the exact same process, except for when we hit the bottom bound here, we just go back to the top and keep, machining up and down until we hit the edge. Then once we hit this edge, which I'm just going to simulate for a second, as you can see, let's say we have so many textures, even though I don't think we'll fill in this space. Let's say that we have so many textures that we managed to fill in this entire space, right? For some reason. Then what would happen is we would expand the image again. We say hit the bottom right corner again. Then what we do is we double it again, which would then be 16,384. And now we have the, oh wait, not that. It's actually be 92 would be 8192. Which would, oh, not resize. I want canvas size. 8192. And then we repeat the process again. Does this make sense? I think so. Congratulations for fixing your internet. I hope that concept makes sense for anyone watching. I don't even know if I fully understand what's going on with it, but you know. And then, yeah, then the texture would then repeat here, and then it would do the same down here. How do we write that in code though? I'm gonna go ahead and move. How do I do this? No BS. So if I need to disable, we don't need this anymore. Remove that. And then I'm going to turn off paint on it. Actually, I'll put it in the bottom corner, and then I'll make sure to. So take this, and then I'll put it. Give a quick little, view of what it might kind of need it to look like, so you can also see what I'm referencing. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm not trying to teach you about anything. I'm trying to freaking program it. It's not all about you. Let's see. So, okay, let me go ahead and write this, because I think I already have all the variables for this. So what we're going to do is, if we start, of course, we need to figure out what the initial size is going to be. So we would start by, we'll first need to make sure that the initial size is the ceiling power of 2 of the current length, so that we can fit the first texture into it, and that will set like basically a precedent. And with the vanilla, that'll be 2048. I should probably honestly set it as default 2048, but whatever. I mean. So let's go ahead and put that back, because I don't know if I need that actually. We just need to keep track of the tile size for the current vertical line section. So how would that work? First of all, if we're at 0 and the dimensions don't exist yet, we're going to say the current max dimension is going to be the current height plus the run total length, so that it fits within that, and then we would, and then we want to if mode, and so mode is going to be, I'm going to make it to where mode is true whenever we are just expanding normally, so that would be, because there are multiple situations here, so The only thing I would say is, actually, yes, this would work. Okay, let's move this. So the current, or the old max dimension is 0. And so, let's say if mode. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna see, zoom in first on this section. Getting a little bit lost in this texture because of how repetitive it is. Okay, so the first thing we would want to do, I'd say, in this situation is it would go from let's go ahead. So we would then the problem is we need another variable here. I don't think we need that. We need definitely the old max dimension. We also need the so we need the so okay, so we would then set the, so this can only happen okay, so we figured out that, and then this would be, it's greater than the current max dimension. We would then set the current height to the old max dimension, and then we want to then the current width would plus equals the max width of column. And then we would, of course, come back to the top, and then we would go back down. And then we would need to expand down. And then at the end, we would set the current height equal to the run end, and we would check if the or if the older, or if length, that is. If length is greater than oh, that's right. I don't need that. All those brackets. So, okay. So let's say that the, hold on, did I just lose seriously? What the fuck? There we go. Okay, so I think what we need to do, let's see, because the other thing is, I'm going to create what it'll be doing if it's in the other mode, so let's say else. Then I also have to create the code which allows it to switch between the modes, like what criteria specifically is that, okay, and then I'm thinking right now, and then this is if mode, and then of course it hit the bottom right corner, so now it's going to prioritize going back up the top, but it's going to limit itself at the old max width. So the if run end is greater than old max width, we would then old max dimension, sorry, would say that the current height, does it need to be, would it equal 0? It would equal 0 in all circumstances. Yeah, what in all circumstances? Current height equals 0. Current width. And then we would, okay. And then yeah, what's at the current height? Length is greater than max with the calm. So the way that we can actually simplify this is like this. These are the same. Hold on. So we can go ahead and yep. Let's see it. This is if mode. So then we would be able to. So how do we determine what mode it is in? Those that need to actually be in those if statements. So, how do we change modes? So, how would that work precisely? Okay, I guess we have to check after. So, how do we structure this? It's bothering me. But how would we structure this precisely? Okay, what are the conditions for it to be able to expand? It needs to be in the bottom right corner of the current texture. Which means the run end would have to be okay. Is it really already been an hour? Bruh. 20 minutes. Let me staring at freaking single bit of code. Well, it's important, so I don't know. This function will only apply if I'm pretty sure we don't need to do this. Need this. So, I'll have to understand what this is in a second. What does it even do? Let's continue with this algorithm so I don't confuse myself with other things. Okay, so... Okay, so then it would be... First set the mode to false. We know it's gonna switch from, because if it's in false, if it's in this mode, that means it's doing the, even if we're in other situations where it's expanded texture, it would then be it has to be in the bottom right corner. We would then multiply times 2. And then we would set the mode to false, and then we then need to set the okay. And then let's say we're in this, and we hit the Okay, so the next step would be nose being stuffy. Alright, so next thing would be to, so this is if it's in a mode it's false, and we've hit the we've hit the current max dimension, because we've hit the edge of, for example, this part right here. If you actually, can you even see that? Because I know the stream can, like, it's visible. I don't know if it's really that easy to see my cursor though. You guys can see it a little bit. We've hit the right edge of the, before the blank section, and we need to move the position back to 0, essentially. We need to move the mode equals false, or true. We need to set the current width to 0. We need to set the current height to the old max dimension. I think this needs to be plus length. And then that would turn to a greater than rather than a... Yeah. Okay. Then that would be the case, and now we draw it down. Okay, I think that works. You go to stitch slot. So I don't have it open. Oh. Alrighty then. Open that class. I'm gonna go ahead and close render runs in a little bit. Width and height, okay. So these stitcher slots, right? They appear to be how does this work? So now that I've written this algorithm, which should keep it within the bounds, we now need to determine the so the stitch slot, right? It appears to be like a line. So if we open back up the debug stitch train, let's see. I don't think we need this paint.net instance anymore, really, but I'll keep it open. So the stitch slot appears to be one of these lines, these horizontal lines. It's kind of weird. So, stitcher slots appear to be these columns, and what we could do instead is fill up the stitcher with, fill up the stitcher slot with the same. So yeah, so because the stitch slot right here. This is a stitch slot, kind of looks like. Probably this whole line is until it stops abruptly here because it hit the max dimension on that angle. Actually, I think this would be the bottom right corner of that. Not that it's necessary, but I just want to mention, I could totally make a render runs methodology for cacti. Be so unnecessary though. So then what we do is we so it's really interesting. Okay. Huh. I'm reading this, trying to understand what's happening. This code will work. All those crafting tables. Stampede log knows we don't know what to do with them. Yeah, this is what the Atlas, this is a modified Atlas, because I expanded it to figure out what I'm doing with my current, change to the algorithm. But, yeah, this is what the Atlas would turn into if you added a bunch of, like, thousands of block textures to it. It expands in this diagonal fashion, and the reason why you do that in OpenGL is to, with the graphic library, is that whenever you're going from the UV0, which is the top left corner, to the bottom right of the image, or sorry, yeah, which I guess would be down here, that would be at 1, 1, and then you have the decimal points in between, which are the plotted points on the texture. So you don't want to make it huge, because then you'll have floating point problems where it can't calculate precisely, and you'll have, like, I don't know, this pumpkin might suddenly have like this have this plant as part of it. That would be not very fun. But yeah, what I'm working on is an overhaul of this system. So let's see. So I want to okay, I need to set it as something, so we can new. It's gonna be at what are the case? We need that origin X, origin Y, which means that would be I guess that would literally be the current width and the current height. So then, yeah, so it's origin x, origin y again. Or sorry, that's width and height, yeah, okay. It's all good. This algorithm is very confusing anyway, so totally understand. Oh god, that does no. Damn it. Yeah, I know. It can't do anything because I don't even need to open the program. Close, please. Oh my. Thank you. I want to open it. I'm like, don't do it. Yikes. Kind of crazy to see how many people are on this community server now. Crazy. Alright, so what we're going to do first is we're going to swap. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to, because we want it to repeat the same holder, to where each stitch slot is going to be one per texture rather than just like one per column, because that's kind of weird. So So Do, do. So, hmm. Yeah. I don't think any of the, well, kind of weird because I don't think these are the animation slides, right? I mean, I guess some, yeah. No, those are just different sides. What perplexes me is, the animation, texture. So, how does that work? So, you know what? I'm not confident this will do what I want it to, but I want to see what happens. Okay. Oh, wow. What the fuck happened over here? Hmm. So this is our new texture atlas, apparently. And, that yikes. Well, huh. Interesting. Well, uh, it's very odd. It's weird because some things worked, but other things did not. Let me open it with paint.net quickly. So, oh my. Why is the image so long? What? The images. What the hell? Hold on. I just want to see 512 times 262,144. I think that's larger than. Is it the same? It's actually only one like tenth the size of the max, I guess, area that GPU would allow. That is quite the texture right there. Not really sure why it's doing that. So, oh, is it because old max dimension has never changed? Try that. Try that one on for size. Let's see how much it breaks this time. What would that be? Okay, what are we doing? And how large is this image? Okay. I close the game. What did it do this time? Something you can even open it. Oh. What happened this time? Okay, different things happened, so that's important. I'm not really sure what it's doing. Okay. Da 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 da. So, that happened. Different things happened this time, so I don't even understand. Like, what is this? Honestly, if I can't figure this out, I'll just do what it was before, what I thought of before, which is just to have a texture of max size. Well, actually, I have a better idea. Let's check it. Just start check. So we could calculate the area of the we could modulate the max texture size if we were to we knew the number of textures we're going to be adding beforehand. That's where the run length number comes from. Let me go back to down the bottom. You can see it's the max dimension divided by the max tile size times 256, I believe is the number there. So we know the hash map perfectly. Is there a size function? I don't think so, but just want to make sure. Okay. Okay, so problem is that we need to know what the max tile size is in order to do this. However, so let's just create a new integer and then we'll figure it out from there. What integer is it gonna be? Oh my. It's not there. It's not rocket science. Come on. Okay, so what is the formula for this going to be? So we know we have the max tile size. We have the run length. We already determined that. So So we have the max run size, right? Now we need to determine the total area that would take up if we were to assume all of the textures are of max tile size. So, I need the max tile size and I need the size of the length of the keys. do dee do. Do 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 dee. Where are we? Okay, let's get some power through. There we go. Okay. So we need the tile area created by a single texture max or a tile of max size, and then we need to multiply times the number of textures times the run length to get the total amount of area that it would take up for all of them. Do 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 dee dee do 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 dee do 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 dee dee do 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 dee dee do 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 dee dee do dee do 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 dee do do dee do 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 dee do 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 dee do 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 dee do do dee do. So we really only need a few things here to set the slot here. This will be my first guess, I guess, of this new idea. I'll go ahead and max dimension is used. That's right, yeah, max dimension is definitely used. The current max dimension, we don't care about the old max dimension either. We don't care about the mode. Max what they call. Did I actually get rid of that? Right. Okay, so do 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 dee do do dee dee do 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 dee do do dee do. Did it even create the texture? It might not even create the texture. Hold on. Huh. Is that everything in the game? Hold on. Let me close the game and get this redone. There's so many things open. Okay, but it seemed to be a little bit better. Close, gilded, and all those making background tasks. Okay, so that seemed better. However, not perfect. I'm not precisely how I wanted that is. I wonder why it's doing that. What is the flaw here? Let me reopen that texture to see what's going on precisely. So... So it appears like some of the things are getting their runs like they're supposed to. It's as if one of the variables is not being set to... Wait, what? Let me see again. I know it's gonna crash, but... Yeah, same thing. So the texture, let me see what the texture size is. 4096, okay. So if I were to take the, say there are times 32 times number of, I said 256. And take the square root of this. And I guess we'll take that by doing the 1/2 power because this calculator is kind of stupid. All right, I think it, yeah. I think it's gonna go out of bounds. I think it might be the same issue. Okay. Okay. Actually, I think that's... How's that better? I don't understand that, but okay. If that works better, then that works better. Okay, let's open this in paint.net. This will be easier to read. Open image. So this is a 496 by 496 image. And... I think I just didn't allocate enough, because if you look right here... Actually, this is working precisely as expected. So the last thing I would do is I would, rather than create it when I get the texture, this dot, sorry. How did this look before? Okay. Int width is gonna be this dot get ceiling power of 2 for this dot current width. I'm just gonna put that right here. Actually, I'm gonna put that by smacking it down, so it'll be width right here. Now, okay, so let's see what happens now. That's fine. We'll figure that out in a second. Did I create the image? So now if I open this in paint.net, there we go. So now it's, I mean, it's not a square image by any means, but it's definitely truncated so that it doesn't take up as much space. It might take up less space in memory too. I wonder why it's not working out though. Why it's crashing. Huh. Does this have all the blocks in the game? That's kind of hard to tell. Well, it's certainly copying the texture properly with the holder and all that. The question is, do I see every single texture? I do not. I definitely do not. I do not see dirt. Definitely don't see grass either. I see snowy grass, but I don't see grass. I don't see diamond block in here. Never mind, I do see that. I don't see gold, I don't think. So it doesn't seem like it's copying all the textures, weirdly enough. I guess it ran out of, like, data? I'm not really sure. I'm gonna see. Actually, I'm gonna use an incrementer. Actually, no. I'll just use just a variable for increment. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to and then at the end of all this, I'm going to system out. So that's really interesting. If I open the the one for items, why is it doing that? What the hell? Certainly not all the items, but what is the size of this texture? Very large. Much larger than it needs to be. There's not even anything down there. Huh. Ah, that would probably be what it is. It's very weird. Let's try this. What does this do? Stay the same? Seriously? How? How? Let me delete these textures and see what happens. It's even outputting them anymore. Is this all the textures? What do I see? I see emerald. I see gold. Remember that one being gone. Da dee dee da dee dee da da dee da 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 dee dee da dee dee da da dee da. So the item one is crashing. That makes sense. Because the block one seems fine. So, let me pull up the previous hatch. So that would be open cap desktop. Because I don't care much about the open. how long have I been muted? I don't know, honestly. Whatever. As you can probably tell by game working with render runs enabled fully, I'm very happy that we have it completed. Now we have to fix the fucking light map and we're all good. So, the looks of things, let me actually turn off the lighting to see if everything's still working. Okay, everything's still working. So, oh yeah, I need to fancy graphics. So I guess that's it, you know, for render runs, right? Need to make sure glass is also working. Yeah, from looks of things it is. Good. What's kind of cool as well is like you can see a render run pass underneath the glass. Huh. Like if huh. Oh, cause right. But if I do this, I will have to fix that. And I don't know. It doesn't bother. I shouldn't bother people that badly, right? But I mean, it is weird. But that's just a little tiny bug that needs to be fixed. And, let me fix that actually really easily. Hold on. I said render runs, jackass. Let me type it. Won't let me do it. Okay. Let me see. Don't render. Remember. Is there a way I can short circuit this? Not really. That's just how the algorithm works, right? But, pretty dope. Say? It's like, throw glass shards everywhere in the game. Cool. So, now we can have frame rates of... Actually, yeah, I'll do the benchmarking now. Actually, well, it's good. I better do the benchmarking off stream, but yeah. I do want to fix the light map before I do a video on render runs, because I do want to make a video on it in render runs in Minecraft, but better to get the everything working first, right? But yeah, you can now get good FPS on while streaming. You can get 700 FPS in game, and then if I full screen, which you won't be able to see, but whatever, I can get 800 FPS. Masterful. All right, cool. This is with occlusion enabled. That's not what I wanted. So I guess we have one more thing to do before we can call it done for render runs, and that is finally, very finally, move the render runs option into video settings rather than in debug. My only thing that I would say is kind of like, I don't know what I would do about this, is whether I should, also nice rendering speed, what the fuck, render over there, it's whether I should, sorry, make this setting optional or not, you know? That's off key, nice. Come on. I'll make it nighttime. It's garbage. Hear that, son? You're garbage. I can actually... Hold on. Game rule. Time speed. What would the number be for 24? It's 6 times, and then that's 2 hours, which means we multiply that times 12. So that'd be 60. Basically won't move. Only it's not moving my mouse. Oh, it still moves. Just very, very slightly. I would like to bet if I were to turn on debug render logging that my FPS would be severely tanked by if I can snipe some of those. Huh. So, interestingly enough, let me just turn up the scroll for this. So there are still several things I can do to make the render runs method better, although I do think the light map is also a major cause of it being laggy. It's kind of weird to test the performance, to be completely honest, like what it is with the logging, without like being able to compare the average across all the frames, which I can't really do without extensive reprogramming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wasn't this added? I want to see what this looks like. What is the texture packs? What do the texture packs look like? Oh my god, 32 megabytes! What's this, the size of this texture precisely? Yeah, it's approaching it pretty fast. Oh no, da dee da 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 dee dee da da dee dee. See, did it go? Did it crash? Nope. Still just doing its thing. This water looks weird. And then your FPS just feels bad. have a texture pack that can break the game in that respect. So, oh well, let's disable it then. Is that even a problem? So, There's something I'm missing about the way that so those aren't all of those supposed to be in the texture? What are ways we can optimize the... Okay. First I want to get rid of this bug of it saying warning for literally every one of the textures for some stupid reason. Oh wait, I see why. I see why it's doing that. So we could just disable it for block. So here's the reason why it's doing this. I'm gonna do that. The reason why it's doing that for all the blocks is because the stitcher slot is never really it never really. I don't know if it actually ever gets a. I don't know if it actually ever gets a holder. I'm gonna see. So I'm gonna do that, and also I'm gonna hide that and this, and I'm gonna go ahead and reload. Did it crash? What the fuck? It never sets the stitch holder. Huh. Interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. So if they're equal to it, yes, then it's gonna do that. Okay. Probably bypass this. Try that. Is the game open? Yeah. Okay, let's close this. Try that. Okay, still couldn't find it. Render roads are still enabled. Okay, so that did. Okay. What does this type? What does it look like? Okay. So what happens if I say... Sure, this will cause it to be like non-dominant. Yeah, now it won't fill in anything but the first, which is also a problem. So, stitch slot. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to review. Let me do that. Review. All right. Oh. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Stitcher. That also did not work. Hold on. Let's try. Huh. For a second it was. Wait, was it? No. Like, it's as if we deliberately needed to not force set the holder in order for it to properly work. So what I'll do is okay, so what I'm going to do is remove this, and I guess we'll just, you know, is the game open? I don't think the game's open. Okay. So don't do that. And everything still works. Cool. I'm very happy. I sound so happy. Man, I'm so happy. No, but I'm very happy that we got this done. Oh, God. No. Okay, I gotta remove the sand first, and then I can remove the stone after. This region is very nice. Very beautiful. Okay. So the other thing we need to do is optimize updating the renderer. I think most of those calculations will be in the world renderer class. So let me go ahead and man. So, okay, we're all done with stitching. I want to time the well, at least in the meantime, I'm gonna move. No, that's not what I want. Excuse me. There we go. So, oh, I have to restart the game in order for that to happen. Ugh. Let's see. Another we got the render runs method working. Oh, that's not a very good show of it. Great. Okay, there we go. Now it's rendered. It's like I've got it working, and all of a sudden it just doesn't work. But we got it working. I moved it into the video options rather than in the normal vanilla ones. It's rather exciting to have them done. The main thing I need to do to make it more optimized for updating the renderers is primarily just I think it has to do with the run length calculations, to be completely honest, but I'm not certain. But considering that's performance optimizations and I have other things I need to do, let's go ahead and see what the nether is, what's popping in the nether, because I know it crashes the game. There we go. Yippity-doo-dah, yippity-day. It's this. Let's go ahead and crash the nether and permanently brick my world until I fix it. Yay. Let's see. So, second generating a new chunk. What are we doing here? So, oh, that would make a lot of sense why it's crashing. There we go. So, populate, provide chunk. Okay. So, the simple hard-coded answer is that the Nether only has one biome. However, I don't know if I want to do that precisely. So, don't they just, like, immediately... Huh? This is a very poor decision. Because... Hold on. Not really sure why they did it this way. Provider Sky even have its own, like, I know it has a different generator. Yeah, it's like literally just different generator, but that's it. Everything else is P-backed. Alright, so... Okay, in this context it makes sense, but in the other context it don't make sense. Huh. Actually, I think, yeah. I think the biomes are preset before it generates a terrain. However, they don't have as much of an effect on the generation as they do in the modern versions. So anyway. Oh yeah, so probably gonna want... We're definitely gonna be wanting to figure out what all this does. However, I would first like to get the Nether to not crash before I start testing, or start refactoring world generation. Okay. Is string even used? Da da dee da. Da da dee dee do do do. Do do dee dee do 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 dee dee do dee do. Do 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 dee dee do do dee do do dee do. So well, I can't even load into the world right now, so I guess I gotta fix it. Ah. Which one would it be? We'll figure out which one is which. Temperature, then humidity, okay. They're gonna do. Wait, so So we're gonna take advantage of these. I think they're called lambda functions here. I don't think so. It's not overriding it? Guess not. Is there nothing that extends roll type? No, it's just makes it much harder. Oh, this is world type. I did not want to. Wait. Fuck. This is not the place I wanted to be, actually. That sucks. Okay, not world type. Is it really based off of world type? Really? Okay. Looks at things. Very confused how this is handled. Okay, let's open GitHub and we'll go to from before I okay, let's go to there's no file in the commit. we break things with this one? Trying to make sure. Order chunk manager. Such a weird name for it. I'm going to rename it actually. Oh. Huh. That's gonna be very helpful. I didn't realize that. Okay, so actually I need a full opening. Not what I wanted. Control-Shift-T, open. Okay, so where's my? I just need to go into the browse file section. Hold on. So does nothing reference this anymore? So my question is, this does not include have anything to do with dimensions. Okay. It's even used? No. Rip. Getting so close to the playtest, which is exciting. I need to organize my feature document actually because of it. I'm right here and I thought about ideas on how to make it better. Let me change what you guys see. This is kind of boring. Also need to close you. Close. I think that's good. Okay. Let's transition into this. Okay, apparently I can't transition into that because I'll get rid of my sources. I'll go ahead and remove, turn off all of those. Actually, we'll keep those on. Let's make clips no longer appear and transition. And then I'm going to work on my feature brainstorm document. I'm going to organize it a little bit. What do we want to do before playtest? Finish render runs. I don't like how I have this structured anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove all the things I don't think I'll be able to add. Text, heading type 2. So this structure is very weird. Okay, let's just go ahead and remove this entire. Okay, let's just remove all of this. All right, and then I totally understand why on a Sunday at like 11 a.m. you wouldn't just open up the stream and be like, ah, yes, it's precisely what I wanted to do today. But yeah, it's just it is what it is, you know. Okay. Eh. All right. Let's see. So all right. So can't do that. Doesn't work. Okay. Down the line, let's see. I don't like that feature. Let's see. Okay, then I'll have to go with that. No, I don't care about that. Do care about that. I don't care about you either. Okay, so kind of cool to add that feature, but all right. Okay, well, I've organized a decent bit of it for now. Yeah, so I only have 3 things I can left to do before the playtest, which I'm excited about. Who is the concurrent viewer right now? Is it Abstract Chicken? I think so, but I'm not certain. It's not like I'm doing anything interesting, so I understand why you're not chatting. Whoever that is. Do I even... No. Okay, so let me re-enable clips. And... Tab. Alright, so yeah. Let's fix the nether crashing from this weird... No, So load block generator data. Huh. What is that Boolean? Huh. So actually realized this would be really easy to fix. Hold on. Oh, I need this open. Yeah, I compare against. Oh, okay. They weren't estimating the visible spectrum anymore. Yes, they were no longer doing that. I don't know how long you just replied there, but got them to work and fix the texture stitcher specifically for blocks, and now I got to work on well, I do want to try to fix performance of like the stutters. However, at least for now, I need to work on making the nether not crash, because that's pretty important. And then after that, I'll upgrade to Java 17. And then after that, last thing I guess I have to do is to upgrade the lighting engine to 1.7.10, so we fix all the lighting bugs. And then really from there, it's just probably... Well, I still have a lot of features I need to add before the release, but in terms of client features, it's not really, yeah. By the way, when I say Java 17, I mean all of the deprecated things that need to be removed for Java 17 are also getting removed. So applet, stuff like that, yeah. Lighting is weird. The way that Minecraft calculates skylight initially is that it basically just fills in light level 15 like a god ray straight down on the height map, and then it stops whenever it hits the bottom of the height map at that position, and then later it like fills in the area by calculating the thing. It's really weird because it kind of that calculation system, the first part I just explained works fine, works great, but everything else is like glitchy as hell. So yeah, if you're gonna try to write a lighting engine, you need help. Look for 1.7.10 or above to decompile. Otherwise, you'll have a lot of issues with it. Unless you're trying to just, I mean, if you do want the beta 1.8 plus lighting engine, that is. Make an inverse light map. You mean like so you're saying like it's a darkness map? I will warn you that an inverse light map, if assuming that's like a darkness map, means that every time you place a solid block, you'll have to set the thing to 0 and stuff like that, or set the thing to 15. It's doable. It's just, it's a little like counterintuitive, I guess. But I can understand why you do that instead. What I'm currently trying to figure out is why the hell the biome manager hell is not being used. Oh, I know why. Because basically none of these extend. I mean, that's fair. Looks like the reason why it's not working is because it's not working because none of these functions actually overlap really with the, like if you look here. Do, 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 do. The reason why it's doing this is because these no longer do. These two no longer are extending find biome position. Yeah, these no longer extended, so. this? Okay. The weird thing about the beta generator, or not the beta, the hell generator, is it's literally just... It's so weird, because it's only one biome. They didn't bother with anything else, so they're just like, alright. Hell generator just works for biome Uno 1. Biome number 1, that's it. No more. I don't know why you'd separate the server and the client code personally, but... do what they're talking about, where you have like the common and then the client and server. I mean, that makes some sense. So, but you can also just merge them into a single code base, and that also works. I mean, like, yeah. In my case, it's like, it's also kind of cool if you can use the client as a front end for the server, or I guess in this case you're kind of forced to, but yeah. My server limitations can be really weird because I'm also basically I have to set up a GUI in game, which outputs to a config file, but for the server config that it will read, and also set up like a ban list. Basically, think of it like Minecraft Realms, but you're setting up a server you're about to launch. It's kind of weird. So the server, I think, in this case, will probably... it'll open it as a separate Java process for reference. And it will run it... It'll basically turn the whole client into server mode. So it's kind of weird. But it'll basically what I'll probably have to do for some things is, assuming it actually references the client like at all, which I don't think it will, but if it does, I'll basically give it a dummy client, but it'll basically turn the server thread into a non-daemon thread, and then you have to close it via the task manager, or it'll open like a window, obviously, I think. I might even like, well, I might make my own thing for it, but it might just be a terminal, you know. basically what I need to do is I need to override this, and then yeah. At least right now. Of size. I forget what the parameters are. Did I even label them? Hold on. Is it? Yeah, it's width length, okay. Yeah, okay. So, now we do is for oh, yep. So, I know it's super advanced, however... Okay, I think that is it. Another... oh. Is the world gonna crash from concurrent modification exceptions is the question. I hope not, but it has done that a lot before, so wouldn't put it past them. I'm so happy that my moderators can act like how they think police act. Why the fuck is the Nether so laggy? There's just 50 million chunk updates always? What is this? Okay, well, good news, there's no concurrent modification exceptions, I guess. Bad news. Is it, it's literally unplayable in here. Why is it lagging so badly? Hold on, what is my memory? Eh? What the fuck is this? Okay. Well, I'm not really precisely sure what I should be, like, does it even stabilize if I stare at the same spot? What are these lag spikes for? Okay, so... what? Oh, wait, because it's, right. Those extra frames towards the end where it was crashing. Well, I need to scroll past to where I can actually see what the fuck is going on. Okay, what is the problem? Updating renderers. Eh? OS clouds don't do anything. Sorting, okay. Why is updating the renderers taking so long? Why is it constantly updating is, I guess, the other question. Huh. Well, at least the nether is not crashing anymore, so I'll take that as a win for now. I just want to, Jacobia, if you want to look at the stream for a second, I'll tease a feature here that I'm going to be expanding on in a future update, not 1.0, but maybe like 1.2 or something like that. You may notice that like all of the tools and armor are yellowed out, and that's because we have demos. There is this feature. Yeah, it's intentional. So it's called dimension effectiveness, and essentially I'm in a soft lock way, not like hard lock, segregating nether and overworld armor and tool types. And basically what the difference is that if you're in the nether with the overworld stuff, durability gets damaged twice as hard as normal. I don't think the protection changes, or the effect, like the actual like dig effectiveness. I might change that in the future, but at least for now, that's what it's basically based on. Of course, these lag spikes are. I honestly think it's caused by the lighting engine. I'm not joking. I'm pretty sure it's the lighting engine, because this makes no sense. But I can get. It stopped lagging. Well, let's see if I'll put at full screen. Okay, good FPS if that happens. I will also mention the nether is unbelievably dark, so you will probably want to bring golden carrots into here. So I guess it's part of the challenge right now. This looks like a good old alpha nether, where it's just like you can't see shit. I think this is a better version of nether. Although those lighting bugs are really obnoxious. Look at all that. Something like that. The nether, man. Very beautiful place. Although covered in lava and full of gases. They don't mention that part though. I do like the nether a lot. I think it's a really cool concept. I just think I don't think 1.16 was a really great answer to it, but I just don't think that the nether needed all the things they added, nor really felt like the nether anymore, but what are you gonna do? One way to update it, right? Also, I love it when gas set themselves on fire. So, that's great. But when I'm sitting still, I get a lot of FPS, which is great. But whenever I move the camera at all, it starts to get kind of sketchy. Because the damn updating renderers. It updates the renderers, by the way, literally just because the lighting changed. Or maybe didn't even change, which is probably why it's freaking annoying. Let's create another portal and get out of here, I guess. Although in the future, there will be no nether portals, so get punked. I could also make Flint Steel's not dimension effective. Let's see. I can do that pretty easily. How do I do that? Maybe item in here. Okay, so we fixed another crashing. Good. Yeah, lighting to be my next focus after. That's not what I know. Right. It's gonna be my focus after I get Java 17, because I know it's gonna be a huge undertaking, and I know someone else's. Oh, what the fuck? Where am I? Oh wow, I'm really far away. And we're using the new generator here because reasons. Cool new generator, huh? I do really like this generator. Or not really generator, this is the beta generator, but it has the new random, which makes cliff, like it makes cliffs so much more common. And I think that makes water look really cool. Because it's just like, the water carves out and you have like walls around you most of the time and you know, all that. But anyway. Somebody wants to fucking render, what the hell are you doing? It's not doing it because it's not generating the chunks, I'm pretty sure. Either that or there's just 50 million chunk updates for some reason. Which I believe is the lighting. So, yay. But, yeah. Those are both the things I'm going to be doing before the update happens, so... Anyway. So let's go ahead and change the, flint and the steel. Is that it? Item, flint, and steel. There we go. I believe it is dimension affected, but I want to make sure. There we go. Flint steels are no longer dimension effective in the nether, making it a little bit more difficult. But, alright, so... Go ahead and remove that from my future brainstorm. Upgrade to Java 17, huh? Alright, well, pretty easy to upgrade to Java 17. Although, I will go ahead and grab Java 17 from Oracle, because it's gonna be the most stable. Let's see, so, Windows installer. Oh, really? You don't even need it? Huh. Alright, gonna use the Java version history on Wikipedia really quickly and see what's happening. What's popping, you know? So Java 21 will be the next LTS version, and they're going to release it on this year. Huh, okay. Nice to see, nice to see. Reopen this. Okay, so let me go ahead and install Java 17. Okay, let's go. Get the JDK there. So, now, let's change the... Where am I at? Here. Right. Change my Java version to... Java 17 moment. Alright. Finish. Apply and close. We now have a bunch of errors, I'm sure. Problems, as they're so-called. It needs to rebuild, but I don't know if it's actually doing that right now. Hold on. Project clean. See what happens. Assuming... What? Wait, I thought it would have removed... Eh? What is this? I thought I had problems. Well, huh. I guess I can compile with it. Let's see, actually. Can we? Apparently we can compile with Java 17. I didn't know that. I thought it would crash. Huh. I thought it would fail because of deprecation, but I guess not. Well. Alright then. Yeah, the lighting engine is really sacrificing all of the performance right now. What the fuck? So... I don't even know if we're gonna get performance gains right now from Java 17 or not. Because this is atrocious. Why is it doing this? Okay. Oh, I haven't fixed lighting. I just installed Java 17 to see what happened. Nothing has changed with lighting yet. I know for certain it is lighting because it's... Look at the number of chunk updates. It's perpetually at like 50. That's a bad sign. That means the lighting is constantly updating because nothing else is changing. Lighting update should be, or chunk update should be like 0. So. Alright. So the way that we do this is we go to Window Preferences. We go to Code Style. Not Code Style, it's it might be in... Let's see. Is it? Yeah, I think it should be in Code Style, but I could be wrong. It's in a compiler editor / warnings, okay. Let's see what happens. 39 warnings. Okay. Yikes. Alright, so... It seems like most of this is, New instance. Okay. So we need to remove applet, is one of the things. I'm not really sure what replaces applet. I've not done any research on this, so. Alright, well, you know what, in the, yeah, we might as well continue working on this. Okay. So now using JDK 17, I'm gonna add. Okay, let me put that there. Let's do. So what I'm gonna do for now is I'm going to ignore the warnings, because I don't know precisely, honestly, how to fix it yet. So what we're gonna do instead is we're going to go and I mean, obviously they removed applet, but I don't know what they replaced it with. Well, I guess regardless, it's time to pop out the lighting engine and see what happens. Basically, replace it. Literally replace. So, yeah. Pretty crazy, managed to finish render runs though. I'm very happy with that. Here's the thing, like, I can't even make a video on the render runs method working because the lighting engine is so broken that it breaks the optimizations. I'm sure it would break the optimizations of either one, but it just, what are you gonna do? It doesn't work. So, SRC Minecraft, net Minecraft, okay. This is for 1.7.10, which has everything in a really weird, like, it's all organized, and so it makes it weird to import or to like look at what the code needs. So world, okay. So how do we start this? Well, it's literally the entire lighting engine I need to replace. In terms of the... Okay, so what do we not need to replace? We do not need to replace the... we may need to replace relight block. We may need to... We definitely need to replace the stuff that actually calculates. We may need to replace the skylight generator, which means we probably do. That's probably a good idea. And then we do not need to replace anything, I don't think, in extended block storage, because that's just the storage. It's not really the calculator, which is what we're going for, is we have a faulty calculator. It's like, this is like me trying to describe what engine components need to be replaced, as if it's like just like poking at what I think is already there, and I don't know what parts it is. If only I could just like visually see the engine and then just, well, I mean like literally, not like not a code, and just be like, all right, I see this car engine right here, gonna remove it, place in a new one, but no, that doesn't work. So yikes. Will I world access? That work? Existed? No, not really. So, the things that we're replacing are definitely in two classes, Chunk and World. I don't think anywhere else. Problem is, those are two of the longest classes in the game. So, not that much. And then that'd be World. 4,000 lines in World, and I think 2,000 roughly. Yeah. Okay, so what would that precisely be? Oh boy. Let me guess. It's probably we have to do with these roulette checks? All right, so okay, well, I do gotta go for a little bit. I don't know if it'll be. I think that's long enough to stop the stream for the day, but I mean, I guess I'd only stream later. Stream tonight as well. Take a few hour break. Yeah, that sounds fun. All right, well, have a good day, everyone who's watching or not watching. And I'll catch you later.